Can you hear it?
Yep.
And now, the reason we got out of bed this morning for music and the spoken giggles, Singing Mama and Auntie B are our very own soulful duets.
All right. Good morning, everybody, and good afternoon to those that aren't in the area. Today we are having Hippie G on, or Kim. How would you like me to? Do you care if I just call you Kim?
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So some of you might be wondering why AuntieB is not on today. She is not feeling good. She wasn't feeling good yesterday, so we had to cancel the show yesterday. We did a morning prayer thing for her. She's still feeling under the weather. Good morning, Bambi. And there she is right there. She's able to be in the chat room, but as far as being on camera and using her vocals, she is not able to do that. So we ask for any prayers or good vibes that you guys want to send her way, so that she can heal faster and efficiently. They would be much appreciated. And we will definitely be including her in our prayers at the end. And if you guys have any prayer requests too, please don't hesitate to put them in the chat room. We will definitely be praying also for the kids convoy across America, which is what Kim is here to talk about. And I will be referring to people in the chat room and to include into our conversation as well, just so you know. And Dom says, peace, respect, health, happiness, and love, and healing, light, love, and prayers for Bree.
Absolutely.
What's going on? Well, Dom, we are here with Kim today, or Hippie G. Mm-hmm. She is helping Kathy with a K, with the website, the Kids Convoy Across America, thekidsconvoy.com. And she is the one, are you the one that basically created the website for her?
Yes.
And she is broadcasting from her vehicle today.
Yes.
And so those that are having troubles with streaming anything, just know that you can always do it from a mobile device. And obviously she's doing it right now. And I've and I know that Prime's done it from his when he went over for January 6th for the thing, so he was able to do that. Just make sure you have good Wi-Fi signal, good internet signal from your phone, and you should be good. Bree says Kimmer's got some major skills in the webs. In the webs.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've been doing awesome with it. He says, oh, okay, cool. And what's up with my Auntie B? She is under the weather, Dom. So we are here trying to do this thing without her today. But she's not really without her. She's still here. She's just in the chat room. So Kim, go ahead and tell us what the website's all about. What your part about it is. We know that you're the one that kind of created it, or make it come to life, so to speak. So go ahead.
What happened, right?
Yeah, what happened?
I found Kathy with a K a while back. I'm like everyone else that's been in the that's been experiencing this last year, and found myself at home. So I started following, a lot of people like Prime and Spiritually Raw and all those, the whole group, and a lot of other groups, a lot of other people. And so I was following Kathy K. And when I first saw her, the first show I ever saw, she was, in her house. She had her cell phone only, and she had the cardboard sign and her guitar. And I just thought, she is brave. She's a brave woman. So if she can do it, I can do it. So I finally decided, okay, I'm going to do a YouTube channel, which, by the way, I don't have yet. But so I just started trying to figure out what is my message? Like, why would I have a YouTube channel? So I was putting together content, writing content, trying to feel like I, knew what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And Kathy put the word out a couple weeks ago that she needed a website, and I had been working on mine. And
Mm-hmm.
so I contacted her, had never talked to her before, followed her, but she didn't know me. And I said, I can do it. I'm not a website designer. So like, I don't do websites. I'm just me. So, but I had been doing mine, and I've done some of the past, like little tiny things. And I said, so I'll be happy to start it. And the weirdest thing that happened was I was so busy, caught up. I had decided I want to be in service to other people. I was at that place spiritually,
Mm-hmm.
but I was thinking about my my YouTube channel. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with my website? It was all about getting my stuff together. And literally, like, as soon as I focused on Kathy or the kids convoy,
Mm-hmm.
it was like something changed instantly. It's like, how everybody goes, well, I got the download, or I leveled up. I don't know.
You ascended?
It was crazy. Yeah, because I get these tingles down my spine, and
Mm-hmm.
I have a meditative practice. I do visualizations.
Oh, cool.
But this had not happened to me before. And I have fibromyalgia, which I hadn't talked about. And so, like, being home this past 8 months or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I'm really like in a low place physically, just after
Yeah.
being busy at work. I was real active at work, and then all of a sudden I wasn't, and I'd gotten real sick, which is part of why I lost my job. But so I was just on fire, and
Mm-hmm.
I got the domain, built the website. I don't even know, wrote all the content. I don't even know what the content says. I go back and read it sometimes, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I don't know how I typed that, but whatever. It was just a
You're
thing.
the
And
spirit.
that's what I want to share. And that
Mm-hmm.
is what Hippie G is about, because I'll explain it because it's weird. Hippie G is, I was born in the late 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So as a kid, my vision of hippies is
Mm-hmm.
daisies and peace signs and Volkswagen buses and happiness.
Yep.
My mom had long, blonde, straight hair. I remember her, she had a vest with
The fringe.
with a fringe. It was suede,
Uh-huh.
and I remember the smell of it, the vest,
Mm-hmm.
suede smells good.
Yep.
Although you think about it too long, it's kind of gross you out, but it does smell good. And that is my childhood memory of hippies,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I had this joke that I tell people, and I'm like, I have an inner hippie, and people look at me like, okay. And so when right before I stopped working, I've got a life coach, and she
Mm-hmm.
did a visualization, and she told me to go ground myself. I was in my house. She says, envision grass. Put your feet in the grass. Feel the grass. Feel the coolness of the grass
Mm-hmm.
between your toes, and look and who is your inner self. And I'm like, oh, there's my hippie, and she was there.
That's awesome.
There's my higher self, which I want to explain on my platform, is just the vision that you get when you really want to tap into like your inner knowing. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever I do a visualization, she's there. And I never done that on my own. Like, why couldn't I figure that out myself? It took someone else to say, look, look in your
Mm-hmm.
mind.
Yeah.
And so when I decided to start this platform, I'm like, well, I'm gonna bring out my hippie, because my platform is about just being happy. This right now is nuts, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
afraid it's gonna get nuttier if a lot of this truth comes out. So
Yeah, when it does.
exactly, yeah, exactly. So we can choose to be happy or not. We can
Right.
choose to be happy, and we can choose if we send happy.
Mm-hmm.
And so my message is just happy. And the way to get to know yourself is just to seek information. And because that's the thing that we don't have. Like, we have
Right.
been denied information our whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important, because when you gather all this stuff and you get to know yourself, then you get to gnosis. You get to the inner knowing, the
Right.
gnosis. So Hippie Gnostic was born. That's my website, which is not up, by the way. I'm mad at that. So I'm going to try to actually launch my site because it's half built, but and get my YouTube page up, or YouTube platform up and running, like yesterday. But it's okay because the kids convoy, because Kathy has a date May 1st, so we wanted to concentrate on getting the kids convoy stuff up. So I built the website, and I built all these crazy things on there that I didn't really know what I was doing. So we have a live chat. So I have a chat button on my phone that goes off all day long every time. And
Hey, that's good.
I'm the only operator, it's not a
Yeah.
business. It's just me. And so,
Yeah.
and I've been trying to add stuff and figure out stuff, and I put up some content, and I've been trying to figure out how to, keep it a little bit separated and figure out how to do all that stuff. So it's been a wild ride, but I've enjoyed it, because every time I have a challenge that I don't know what I'm doing, I'm learning. So the whole point is learning. So
Yeah. You're
it's
building
not,
your brain.
yeah, it's just been a blessing.
That's
So
good.
it's been pretty much amazing. So, and I've really been thrilled. I'm not going to go to the border. I'm going to stay and upload content. So I talked to Kathy yesterday, because I'm like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go film you? Do you want me to stay here and upload stuff where I know I have internet all the time, or bird just flew over my car? Anyway, I'm going to stay home and just see if, we need to send stuff out to other YouTubers that would help promote it. I don't know. We're trying to figure all that out now. So,
Yeah, for sure.
it's a growing thing. It grows every day. So basically, Kathy is at that point where she stood up and she's like, I can't sit here any longer knowing what's going on. And I'm just going to go to the border. I mean, basically, she's like, I'm just going to go. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to go. And she just took a leap of faith that whatever that means, the act of her going, she's not going to get to rescue children. She's not going to to go into the facility. But the act of her driving down there, all the stuff going on, building a website, bringing awareness, that's what she's supposed to be doing, because it's the awareness that's going to live on past May and her journey.
And that's what's going to make a difference.
Is what it's about. And so the website, we hope, and I probably need help, is a place where people can go and use it as a tool. So like, if you know someone that doesn't believe there's child trafficking, you can go, hey, I'm following this woman that's driving to the border. And they'd go like, well, why is she doing that? Well, because those kids down there are, there's accusations that there's funny stuff going on. And it's a way to kind of open the door to talk about. And then anybody else on any level of awareness can go to the website and find information about it, read the articles, look at the videos, and then they can make their own decision to believe that this is real or not, because people don't believe it's real. I mean, which is, I mean,
we wouldn't want to believe that it's real, but
and you
wouldn't
you would never imagine that this can happen. So why would anybody's mind go there? They wouldn't.
Exactly.
And so it's just a place for people to go to educate themselves. Now, I don't have a ton of videos up yet, or a ton of documentation. It's a process. So
it's a work in progress.
Right. And it's going to take more of the people than me. Like, I asked for people to send in content to info@kidsconvo.com, convo with a K. So info@kidsconvo.com. If you have,
put that up.
If you see, if you see something that you think needs to go up, I'll put it up there. If it's super sensitive, I'll put it, we have a section where you can't just immediately find, you have to go through a couple, hey, are you sure, before you get there, because Kathy's adamant that people need to see this stuff. I agree, but it's like, you need to see what you feel you can see, and it's a process. Everything I put on that page, To be honest with you, I haven't even looked at it. No, I looked at one of them because
So it's
I've already
sorry, it's info at kidsconvoy.com.
That's the email address. And it comes to me. Imagine that. And so everything comes to me. So because Kathy doesn't have time. Like, her focus is literally physically going on the road. So my focus is the behind the scenes stuff. So oh, I lost my train of thought there. It went phew. Anyway,
adding information and
yeah,
content to the page.
I haven't even watched all of it because I came across some stuff the first thing I came across that was like really unbelievable to me. I couldn't talk about it. So about 3 days later, my husband and I we had to drive up. I'm in Savannah, Georgia, so we were driving up to Atlanta to see our kids and our married kids, and we were packing to leave. And I always get stressed out right before I leave, even if it's only a 3-hour drive. And there are Walmart everywhere in the country, so if you forget something, anyway, so it's the stress of packing. And I finally broke down and just cried and told him I saw something on accident. And I told him, I said, honey, I just hope that the people who did this aren't humans, because I don't want to be genetically related to anything that does this.
Right.
And he didn't know. He was just looking at me. And so we were in the car. I finally started talking to him about it. I said, I just don't, like, this is a whole nother level of I don't know-ness. And he goes, and he says, if you want a YouTube channel, when we get home, I'll make you a spot in the house. Like, we'll make you a studio. And that was, I think, the beginning of him saying, okay, my wife needs to do this. Not that he didn't believe it, but we kind of came to terms together that if you have a message and this is what you want to do, and he believes this stuff, he just wasn't looking for it. But I wasn't looking for that either. And I found it. And then I kind of made up my mind that, okay, I just have to choose day by day what I want to see. Because I'm committed no matter how much I see. But seeing it is a choice everybody, in my opinion, needs to make for themselves, because it's hard. It's very hard. And I know that there's a part of our human existence is like, well, if they can live through it, these survivors, then we should watch it. But it's deep, I mean, it's you can't unsee it. So I'm just letting people know. So, and I don't think there's anything that graphic on the website. We didn't go like
I haven't seen
web
anything.
or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not that. If I get something like that, I don't know what I would do. I'll just be honest with you. So anyway, we haven't that yet. But the whole campaign for Kids Convoy, I'm so proud of Kathy, because she took that moment, just that moment, that probably happened like a split second, and said, I'm going. I'm going. And if everybody that is at that point, if they just stand up, they don't have to go anywhere. They can pray, they can send love, they can get on social media and spread the word. There's so many things. We have people writing poetry, and that's powerful. Written prayers, like having a prayer wall. Written prayers are amazingly powerful. Anything that people can do to just hold the thought, of spreading awareness is powerful, because we are so much more powerful than what we've been led to believe, which is a whole nother can of worms that will come.
That's true.
And it's, and the importance of all of us learning is that when all the truth comes out, they're going to come to us, They're going to
have to be that soft place to land.
Absolutely. You said that. I believe that 100%. And not only that, what I've learned from this experience too, meeting you and your sister, is that we need to know how to deal with this, like, not only do we have to adjust to knowing it happened and how prevalent it is, which blows my mind. We need the strength of people who have experienced this to teach us what we need to do,
how to deal with it, and
know
everything.
how to deal with it. Like, we don't know. We didn't know it was happening. We can't even fathom that it happened. Now we know. Now it's like,
Mhm.
what do we do? Because this community that Kathy has is amazing. I mean, these people are amazing. And to be in this place where you can go and feel that much love and support is not something that's normal
Mhm.
to people. That's like I don't know if you want to call it a 3D thing or just whatever. And, there's a part of us that's kind of jaded that comes out of this as we transition into being around people
Right.
are loving, that you kind of are like in this wonky period where you're like, wait a minute, like these people are for real.
Mhm.
I can put my guard down, and the people who have finally reached this point and are really truly have a pure heart that want to reach out to the children, the victims. I don't want to call them victims.
Mhm.
They're survivors or heroes.
Right.
It's this amazing place. It's this amazing place where these two groups can come together. And you don't have all of this weirdness that we've experienced in our lives where you're weary of people. Like,
Mhm.
you got to learn not to be weary of people. And that's a whole
Right.
nother thing. It's just
And
crazy.
that's hard too, especially with everything that's going on.
Absolutely.
And especially if you've been abused in any way, shape, or form in your life. I mean, whether
Absolutely.
it be domestic violence, whether it be neglect, whether it
Mhm.
be, you know, sexual
Anything.
abuse, anything, any form of abuse, you're gonna have, you're gonna be skeptical of everybody.
Yeah. Everyone.
I mean, you can. It doesn't mean you will be, but you can be. And like you said at the
Mhm.
beginning, though, we have to choose to make that decision. We have to choose to be happy. We have to choose to trust people,
Absolutely.
including ourselves. And I think a lot of times when people don't have that ability, at least they think they don't, to trust other people is because they don't trust themselves. And that is like a huge thing for a lot of people too. Um, Bree was saying that you can donate, you can pray, reach out and share things, just like you were saying,
Yeah. It's
something to keep the vibrations up.
absolutely anything. I mean, and you don't realize how powerful something is until,
Mhm.
like, I don't think people they really don't. And that's my whole point of having a YouTube channel is to let people know you are so amazingly powerful. Like,
Yep,
holding
you are.
someone in your thoughts is amazing,
Mhm.
powerful. And
Yep.
if we just get everyone to realize what they possess inside of themselves, to believe in themselves, like you said,
Mhm.
to believe in that they can make a difference,
Yep.
man, this planet would be amazing. It would change. It would just be insane. And
Yep.
so we have to talk about it. And I realize
Until you're
that,
blue in the face.
right. And people don't understand the language. It's like, what is higher self and what is ascending? And maybe they don't want to ask, or maybe they're not going to ask, but they're going to listen. You're like, oh, I'm
Mhm.
really listening, but I'm acting like I'm not listening, kind of thing, because
Yeah.
it's weird. And we just need to explain it and have a community. I want to build a community of people that you're not afraid to ask questions, because
Mhm.
we're all learning. I'm learning. I'm hoping that, by doing the website when I didn't know what I was doing, and I tell people I didn't know what I was doing, because I want everyone, to step out and do something that you don't know what you're doing, because you can learn
Yeah.
along the way. We
Yep.
don't know anything. I'm in my car because, well, life happened. So am I going
Mhm.
to keep going? Yeah, I'm in my car in front of a
Can
fire
you
station.
can you read this? I don't know if you can read it.
No, I can't. I can
It
tell there's red,
says,
but I can't see it.
yeah, it says life begins at the end of your comfort zone.
Absolutely. Oh, and let me tell you guys, um, this is the best thing I've done for myself, and I don't know how long. I'm 53. I have 5 kids that I homeschooled, raised, and that was a wonderful life. But they're all grown up now. My baby is 21, and I was in complete denial that there was any kind of empty nest thing going on, because I don't do that,
Of
but
course not.
through, and this has been this saved me in a way I can't compare it to the other things, but it saved me because I have a we all have a purpose, every one of us.
Mhm. Yep.
And when you get to express your purpose, it is like your insides, like you tingle. It's just like, shh. And sometimes the feeling, because I think it's because of my fibro, but I think I can overcome it. It's a mind thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
so sensitive. The feeling, the tingling, it's crazy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this stuff is real, Like every
Mm-hmm.
time I get a confirmation, I was telling my daughter, I'm like, oh my God, this stuff is real. Like I'm getting these confirmations and I'm seeing things and I'm like, this is real. And my daughter's like, okay, mom, whatever.
Sure.
Like,
Just smile and nod, smile and nod.
because I told my daughter about, I don't know, a while back, I said, we kid around about everything. I said, I have decided that in my 5D world, I'm going to talk to plants and animals. And she says, she goes, you go, mom. And I kid you not, I'm not. Do you know how many people are talking to trees right now? Seriously.
I haven't heard about
It is
it.
a thing. People are going out
Well,
and talking
did you
to
hear?
trees.
Bree was actually telling me about a study that they did, and they put like the super powerful microphone by a plant, and this guy like smashed the plant, and the plant screamed.
I haven't
It
heard
did
about
like a high-pitched
the other
scream,
one.
and then he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I
Because I guess he did from
oh,
what it sounded like, he didn't believe it, and
right.
so when that happened, so if you think about it, every living thing has a soul, right? And if they have a soul, they have a voice.
That is
You
true.
know what I mean? And so because so the sap in the tree is the blood, right?
Yeah,
Is the blood of the tree. And so it's living, it's alive, and of course, they say if you talk to your plants, they flourish,
absolutely. Or
and if
write
there's ne
nice
and
words,
yeah, if there's
words.
bad words in the house, if there's negativity in the house, the plants don't. And so it really makes you think, look around your house. If you have plants, living plants, not the plastic ones, if you have living plants, look at your plants and how are they thriving? Are there new little buds? Are there, is it like gangly? You know?
Yeah,
And
right.
that will
Don't want to
that
see.
I think it also has to do with, if you have a green thumb or not. But like our plants, they aren't the best looking plants. But but I think but we don't really acknowledge them very much either,
That's so
and so
bad.
I know, and I thought about
It's
this
funny.
more and more, and I'm just like, we need to do something about that. you
It's fun.
know?
And it's like, okay, I don't want to eat meat. Just personally. I'm not going to tell anybody
Mm-hmm.
meat, but I'm at the point where I'm like, I just don't want meat. I don't want to eat plants either. What are we supposed to eat? Are we supposed to be nourished from the sun? I'm not even joking. At this point, I'm like, is there going to be a day that we truly are just nourished from the sun? Because I don't really want to eat anyone that has a voice. Like, I'm like, this whole ascension thing's nuts.
Right, but you also got to remember that God put them here for us to
What
eat,
did you say?
right?
I'm
I'm,
sorry.
I'm sorry, salad. I must eat you.
But then so my mind goes, but you can eat fruit because they drop their fruit. So just eat fruit, like it's crazy.
Have you ever watched that movie? Oh, what is it called? It's a British movie with Hugh Grant.
I don't
The
know.
Notting Hill.
Oh my God, I love that
Do
movie.
you remember when they're like setting him up on all these dates? And she's like, I'm a fruitarian.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you
Okay.
remember? She only eats the fruit that actually naturally falls on the
Yes,
ground.
yes, yes.
He goes, so this carrot. And she goes, dead or murdered. I think she says murdered.
Because it
And
got
so I'm just like,
out.
and there's people that believe that, and more power to you,
It's what they
and
believe.
but
Really.
I mean, if God put those things here for us to partake of, now there's one thing of just partaking it, right? In the Bible, it says use in moderation, right? So it doesn't mean go out and kill everything and eat it all. It
Right.
says in moderation. So what you need is what you should partake of,
Right.
right? And so, in that way is what I try to portray to my children and to my husband. And it's like, eating a steak every now and again, I think is fine, you
Oh
know.
no, I agree with it. It was just like you get to a point in your own life where you decide, I ate a steak the other day. It's
Yeah,
not like I'm strict.
you
It's
didn't
just,
murder the cow,
I know.
you know.
but it's things like what I'm talking about is like the evolution of your thought. You go through these thoughts like, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, or maybe I should be doing this. You just have to find your happy place, because there isn't like a, I'm telling you, if you decide not to eat meat and someone says, hey, let's go to the steakhouse, I'm buying, you're gonna think twice about your rule if you're gonna eat meat or not. So like,
hey, they might have really good baked potatoes. We don't know.
But they also have really good steak.
It's true. It's true. And we support you if you're a vegetarian. We support you if you're vegan.
Absolutely.
We support if you're anti-vegan. We don't know. We don't know your lifestyle, and everybody has the right to choose what they're going to eat, and as long as it's not children or humans. That's a no. We don't do those ones. We're here to live God's plan, as our animals and trees and all the other things. Everything in purpose. In God's purpose, not in Satan's purpose, in God's purpose. God wins out. Hands down, God wins. And if he says don't eat children, don't eat children, because that's not a good thing. And Bambi saying she stepped out yesterday and she did something I would never have done before.
Good job, Bambi.
Good job.
Bambi, do you have are you doing thing? Is Bambi going to do a YouTube thing? Did you doing a YouTube?
No, I think she said something about that. I know Greg is. I know Adam has been. Brandy's actually going to be coming on our show, I think. Sure.
Okay, so I was telling you earlier, I have a couple challenges since I can't sing. So I have something. Okay. One is, any of you guys out there that want to do this, take it or leave it, my advice, since you see my page isn't up yet. If you want to go on the journey together, find me, because I signed up for a bunch of classes. This is my theme. You know those commercials a long time ago with Mikey and Life Cereal?
Yes, Mikey likes it.
Anything that you don't want to do, Hippie G will do it. So Hippie G is taking some YouTube classes, and I will help you get a website. I'll do your website, and we'll go on the journey together. I mean, if you're interested and you want to really step out, why don't we all step out together and support each other? Because that's really what life's about. And, I'm not an expert, my goodness, but hey, we can all learn from each other. And, if I learn a tip over here, I can share it. You learn a tip. So it's a challenge if anyone's interested.
Mystic wants it. Mystic Mimi.
Can you email me at info@kidsconvoy? I don't have your email address. I was thinking about you today because Mystic Mimi is the one that gave me a confirmation about my visualizations, because she told me the other night, I asked her about my spirit guides, and she was spot on. And now I know that when I build my little visualizations and what I'm doing in there are real. I mean, it's like, it's wonderful. And I was thinking about her, and I couldn't find her email address this morning, because I was trying to reach out to some people, because they, sent stuff for the webpage and all. I've got to be more organized, because it came on so fast. I was like, so but yeah, so
I know Kathy has it on her videos that she does with Mystic.
Yeah, I just need to go, but anyway.
But Mystic, I'm sure if she wants to, she can.
If you can
put it in here too.
Hook up. I will get you on. I'll get you a web page if you want a web page. We'll design it however you want it. Doesn't have to look like any of the other ones. There's 1,000 templates we can use. We don't have to reproduce the same thing over and over. And we can just take the step together with YouTube, and Facebook, however you want to do it. Because, hey, we got to get our voice out there.
Yep.
So, and we can do it as a group, because who cares if we don't know what we're doing? We'll just do it anyway,
Yeah.
The idea is movement. We cannot be stagnant. That's the problem. Stagnation gets us, and we get trapped in that stagnation. I've been in there a while. I'm very good at stagnation. I am. So I'm going to just move forward however you can, And that's what's going to get you where you need to go. You just got to do
You just got to
something.
move.
And even if it's with mind, you just got to move forward in mind or body or spirit. I mean, just go forward, I think, is the big message. So
Yeah, Bree says the idea is movement. Excellent.
absolutely. And if
And
you want,
have you seen the water experiment that they've done?
yes,
Have you seen
yes,
it? That's what
with
Bree
the eye,
and Greg are
with the
talking
eye,
about.
doing the like freezing it and get the crystals. Are we talking about that one?
I don't know if it's that one. I think it's the energy in the water or something is what they're talking
No,
about.
tell me.
There's like a PDF or something that
Okay.
Bree's talking about. She said plants may scream when stressed is the other to put in your
Okay.
search bar. Oh, okay.
Right.
What was the one that she was just saying? He was up here. Right here. Look up how water reacts to words and music to find the exact study in PDF form. Very interesting.
Because water is like tape.
The water and music.
Video. It records. Water records like crystals, right? So
I
water
think so. They have a certain
has
vibration that they go on.
and then that's why homeopathic stuff in homeopathic medicine, however you call it, and I'm not an expert, I'm just going off what I kind of remember.
Mm-hmm.
I said diluted, so they take like a plant-based cure, right, and in homeopathic dilute it. Well, how come it still works when it's diluted? Because the memory, and I don't know if that involves water, but it's kind of the same theory that there's a memory of what it activates in your body, and even when it's diluted, it still works. And that's why homeopathic medicine is a really diluted form of something, but it still works. And water carries a memory. So I mean, when we find out what we've been living around and don't see or know, it's going to be incredible. Like we're missing out on so much stuff. So that's amazing. That's great, Greg. That
Isn't
is
that
so
cool?
amazing. I mean, it's just like you could be bathing in like an amazing message if you should sing to your water while you shower. I mean,
maybe that's why singing in the shower is such a good thing.
Maybe so.
I've honestly never really been a big shower singer. I don't know why, but I've done it maybe a good handful of times, at least that I remember. I could have done it when I was little. I don't remember. But yeah, I've tried singing in the shower, and I know it's good for the vocal cords and stuff with the moisture in the air, but I just haven't really I've never really done it much. Bree says it is also true of dark emotion. That is why it is amazing. When people sing in the shower, yes, exactly.
It's
Singing
funny.
is always a good thing. Thanks, Bree.
So many people, even if they don't sing in the shower, they play music,
Yeah, I'll play music and definitely like sing with that music and stuff, but just like singing in the shower by myself, I just haven't done that really.
Even in our unconscious awareness, like we're driven to do things. Isn't that amazing that somewhere deep inside you, it's like, take your radio to the shower, like, you don't know why. Like, you got to start listening to that. Like,
don't take it in the shower though.
No, take it.
That would be bad.
You don't know why you're doing this, but maybe it's the water. You're not no. That's amazing that we get these little clues in life, and maybe we need to listen to them. So there's something to all this stuff. But if you want to bring up the link I shared with you, can you show that? Did you see it? Did you go to it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I can bring that up. Hold on just a second. I sang in the shower. Wow. Okay, so did you want to put that out there yet? Have you told her about it or?
I told her about it, and
Oh, you did. Okay.
We'll put it out there, but y'all need to know that it's not
It's still in construction.
And I probably won't get to work on it, but anyone who wants the website, this will also give you an idea that hey, they don't all have to be the same. We can be creative. So this is something that I just got this feeling after watching the interview with you and Bree and Kathy. Right? Yeah. Right. And next morning I'm like, oh, and this is what happened. So,
you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is it matters to this one.org. And Kathy's song's at the top. You can press the button. You don't have to, but you can. Whoever goes there, they can press a button, and it plays her song, which is "It Matters." This one.
Somebody asked me a question, and so this is a question that I think you should know. Here's what they said.
It's for you, girl. It's for you.
To me.
For you, Bree.
It's for you, Bree. Love you.
Wherever you go or whatever you do.
Me too.
Please tell me why it shouldn't matter to you. You should be giving and loving and kind. Oh, don't you see you're just wasting your time?
She loves you too.
This world is cruel and it's so
Yes, Tom.
filled with
Yes,
hate.
it is.
That's her singing.
Trying to change it is simply too late.
You're spreading a Mimi. Spread the chills.
Get about others and take care of yourself.
Love and light, Granny.
Put all that kindness and love on the shelf. It matters to no one. Oh, can't you see? It matters to no one. Why should it matter to me?
I love her
It matters
voice.
to no one. Whatever you do, it matters to no one. Why does it matter to you? Just at that moment, we both turned to see some beautiful children. They were smiling at me. They'd been so hungry not so long ago, with no one to turn to. They had no place to go. Then a little one said to me, hey, we had some breakfast and we had some lunch. We even had dinner, boy, we had a bunch. We got some blankets and we got some beds. We even got pillows to lay down our heads.
Amazing.
My answer was this. You see, wherever you go or whatever you do, I'll tell you why it should matter to you. You should be giving and loving and kind. Don't ever think you're just wasting your time. It matters to this one. Oh, can you see? It matters to this one. That's why it matters to me. It matters to this one. Whatever you do, it matters to this one. It should matter to you.
Oh, engage me. I'm looking for you.
They had some breakfast. They had some lunch.
Yes, she is, Greg.
They even had dinner, boy.
She does have that,
They
Jacqueline.
had lunch. Matters to this one. Oh, can you see? It matters to this one. That's why it matters to me. It matters to this one. Whatever you do, it matters to this one. It should matter to you.
It seems you have found him.
Yes, I did. I'm like, hey, I want you to have information and share with you. Okay,
So did
so
you want to show anything else on here or just?
there's no, oh, hey, so do you remember the story was how she,
Oh yeah, the starfish.
the starfish that there's, so the story goes that y'all probably all know because y'all watched the interview about the little boy picking up starfish on the beach. And I don't know if you can see it, but the little boy's in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, so I don't know. I just like, hey, we need a website. And so I made it. And I called you because I'm like, I don't want to step on anyone's toes
Yeah.
because it's sensitive. It's hard to talk about. And I don't know. So this is what I was thinking, but it doesn't mean it has to be. It's like I'm just throwing it out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what if there was a safe place where people who are experienced, or I don't know what the word needs to be, have survived this or know about this, have a safe place to go and communicate because uh, there's people out there that see things and they don't believe what they're seeing.
Right.
And we need to help those people say, you know what? You need to say something. But
Mm-hmm.
they're like, I don't know where to go. Like, there's so many levels to this. There's people who are oblivious. There's people who know but don't believe what they're
Want
seeing.
to, yeah, or they
They
don't
need,
want to see it.
right? There's people that have already experienced it. Like, what if we had a place where all that information comes together that
Mm-hmm.
would teach us what we need to do to move forward? This is like a long term. This might be after disclosure of this. This is like a long term thing that heals and brings us together because I didn't experience it, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
I need to know what I need to do because I don't know what to do. But I want to. Like, I want to. This place is for those that don't feel they can tell someone in their current environment. It's whatever you want it to be. I'm just
Yep.
tossing out ideas. I only made this site. You guys have to say, oh, let's do this. I don't know. I'm just throwing out a canvas and you guys can paint on it. I mean, seriously, that's what it is. It's like,
That's
hey,
awesome though.
hey, you know, God said, hey, make this. And I said, sure. There. I did the easy part. Y'all have to do the hard work. But
See, some people think that's the hard part is just making the website. So
so that's what
maybe
I
you
want to
did
do.
the hard part.
I want to make everybody's website so that you have a place to express yourself or build a community or whatever. But
Like
this
putting puzzle
one,
pieces together, she says. Love
so
that.
yeah, absolutely. And so it's something that we can all think about and pray about. It doesn't have to happen tomorrow because I think this is
Right.
a long term thing that we can build. And so,
Mm-hmm.
and I know Kathy doesn't have time to think about stuff like that because, you know, she's just trying
She's
to focus,
focusing on the travel.
super focused, as she should be, on just getting down there, you know,
Right.
what she's supposed to do once she gets there.
and
So I just run around.
any donations or anybody that
Absolutely.
anybody can do will be beneficial, even if it's just $5.
Yeah. And
Um,
there's a link at the top of the page. It says PayPal. If you click there, it goes straight over to PayPal. It's not our site. It's
it's on the kidsconvoy.com.
yeah. You can
Kids and
donate
convoys
there.
with the K. Make sure you put the convoy with the K.
Absolutely. And we've had a lot of response since they did the Spiritually Raw show, her and Julia.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked, like, if you have a platform on YouTube or anywhere else, if you would please, we can send you graphics, whatever you need. If you could please advertise, because this isn't going to be on mainstream media. This isn't going to be
Right.
on, you know, the news. Because Kathy
Right.
said, we need the news. And I'm like, I don't know if we won't get regular
Did
news,
you,
alternative
right.
news.
Did you see what I posted up here earlier, what Bree said? Where is it? Let me see. It was about the kids that were taken from the border and they aren't staying where they took them to. Let's see,
They're
where's it
not
at?
staying where they took them to.
Mm-mm. Nope, right here. Where did it go? It doesn't go up that far. Well, that's rude. Basically that the government was taking them, I guess, and that they aren't saying where the kids were taken to. And so, which is a bunch of bullshit, because
I have a theory, but mine's probably not popular.
well, I'm sure it has something to do with the trafficking, for sure.
No, I think it's an illusion. I think, look, the military, they put it all on the line to take dumbs down. Okay.
Yeah.
They put everything on the line. These people put their family on the line. They have
Mhm.
big old targets on their back. And if they're going to take down everything, they're going to take down everything.
Right.
And I really, somehow in my heart, and I could just be a delusional woman, they showed up at all these people showed up at the border with these beautiful white Biden t-shirts on.
Right. Yeah, you're telling me
They
this.
walked across a country. Okay.
It's just not.
There's no way.
I think he's talking about something different though, other than what was on that, other than what was on the that one lady's documentary that she did. This is a different part. So,
But-
you know,
but what I'm hoping is that some of these things are really just a ploy, and the good people are behind it.
right. And I'm sure a lot of them are, but this one specifically,
okay.
this one's different. Bree was saying yesterday it was alarmingly reported that there are many children that are removed daily from the border, removed by the current administration. And they are not only not telling anyone where these children are being taken, but they are blocking finding out as well. We do not know where they are being taken.
We just need to be praying for them. We
need
to
for sure.
Getting the word out. I don't know, until people realize. I mean, right now I heard or I saw an article, I don't remember, that people down there are being told lock their doors, take their stuff out of their car. The residents who live down there near the border, take all your belongings out of your car, lock your doors at night, lock your house, turn your lights on, because it's getting dangerous. How are we supposed to be fighting this if everyone's terrified? Rightly so. If I lived down there, that's what I'd be doing.
Oh, for sure. I'd be putting bars on my windows.
Yeah, like the show of force. Like, I don't have the answers, but until we get to that point, and maybe, I think there's a greater plan. I really do. I have faith there's a greater plan, because
for sure.
All of the evidence points to the
all
fact
signs point to yes.
Yeah, because I went down a really deep rabbit hole last night about the whole thing, and it ties into disclosure of other things too, and that's why we're not getting disclosure. Is it all this situation with the kids and disclosure of otherworldly things are all tied together, and that's why they don't want it to happen. They don't want disclosure to happen, and
exactly.
So if someone came in is doing this, is taking this down, they're going to take down every little corner and aspect of it. We just have, because otherwise it's not going to work.
Yep.
So,
Bree says, mighty prayer in passion and faith above the fear. Do you hear me? How hard would you pray for your own children?
Absolutely.
Pray mighty above the fear.
Absolutely.
So on that note, we are coming to a close.
All right.
Yep. Aunt Jacqueline says, pray like we never have. That's our auntie right there.
Aw.
She is our biological auntie.
Oh, wonderful.
Prayer warriors, light workers, patriots, all together, united in purpose, lighting up the dark. Yep. The air is filled with water molecules, powerful, emotive.
Oh,
yeah, I think it's emotion prayer.
And body. And
send a wave across the globe. Yep. 17 is coming back. But you're right. We got to push and hold the line. Yep.
Yep.
Pray every day. That's good, Granny. Hippie G, feel welcome to contact me.
I most certainly will. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you so much for coming on today, even though
Oh,
it's just me.
no, wonderful. I mean, I love it. Thank you. You make me feel so welcome. Your group.
Oh, good.
Anybody that wants to take this journey with me, I'm not joking. Right now, you can just, I'm the only one that gets the email at info@convoy.com. Feel free to email me there. And hey, it doesn't matter. Like, if you have one viewer on your page and I have one viewer on my page, hey,
Hey,
we've
that's 2 people.
that we didn't meet before. We'll
That's
just make it
true.
together.
Yep,
So
and
it's like,
one person can make a huge difference. Remember, it's
absolutely.
that pebble in the water thing. Pebble in the water, the waves get bigger the further they go out.
And it may be
So,
that person that needed to hear it. That's
yes,
all that.
I do. Yes, I do, sir. If anybody wants to contact any of us, either me or AuntieB, you can definitely email us at soulfulduets@gmx.com. I will put that up here in just a second. I just want to get through all these real quick. I'm a part of a military family, so you know about the dumbs. Have a blessed day. Much love, everyone.
You too.
Wonderful show, you guys. Wonderful Kim. Wonderful seeing you, Mama 81. I love you both. Prayers for you all. Thanks, Bree. Thanks, Kim.
We're going to pray
Have
for her
faith in our
water
military.
molecules to come together.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Her
We
body.
need to have a lot of rain. Oh, yeah. There you go. Thanks, Bree. Soulfulduets@gmx.com. So that's our email address. You can email Kim at the info@kidsconvoy.com right there on the bottom. Or you can go to the Kids Convoy website over there. Again,
Check
it's
it out.
under you.
If you have
And then there's a chat thing on there, and you can instantly chat with her on there. She is really fast on texting right back. She did that with mine, so
lately. And it's like, no.
you're like, oh,
I got locked out of it yesterday, and I'm like, because
oh
my
no.
ran out. And I'm like, no. Someone was like, I want to donate $100, and I'm like, no, I can't answer you. I had to go
Person, come back.
Oh, it's just hilarious.
Dom says, peace, respect, health, happiness, and love, everybody. Protection from the angels and God, from the angels and God, and your path, Hippie G.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone, for all the love vibes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our prayer thing. Have you ever watched this?
No, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Oh, you're good. Okay, so what we do is we say who we're going to be praying for. So all the kids, all the children that we all know about and don't know about. For Celeste's dad, for Marina's dad, for Kathy and her efforts, for you and your efforts, for Bree to get better, of course, for her lungs to feel better, for her inflammation to go down, and for Mimi, I think you said you weren't feeling very good. For everybody that needs something, and everybody out here on the other side of the screen,
right,
and all of our families, and for peace and love and health and happiness, and Rabbit's hubby apparently too. See, thanks for the help that you and Coyote have done for me, Kevin, and Ray K crew. Very cool. Okay, and then I am going to sing us out with the Lord's Prayer.
Wonderful.
And then at the end, we'll do this, and then we'll send blessings to everybody, and then we'll end it.
I have
okay.
I forgot.
Okay. Okay. So we'll go ahead and start the song. Okay. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Okay, ready? And you're blessed.
Woo!
Blessed, 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 blessed.
Yes, yes,
blessed,
yes.
blessed, blessed, blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Thank you for being on here today. And if you want to stay on while we're ending, and then we can chat a little bit afterwards.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Thanks, everybody. Let me get back over here. I got to restart this. Bree usually does this part, so.
Okay. Just move that cup because it's got stuff in it. We're going to be mobile now.
Okay. Making
I'll
sure
take it.
you still hear it. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. And you guys have a blessed day. Love ya. Thanks again, Kim.